Hey everybody, it's Jimmy with Handsome Phantom, and today we're taking a look at Spider-Man for the original PlayStation. There have been many Spider-Man games over the years. On the PS1 alone, Spider-Man starred in 2 games, in addition to appearing in fighters like Marvel vs. Capcom and Marvel Superheroes. After the success of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater in 1999, Neversoft was split into 2 teams, one working on a sequel to Tony Hawk, and one to develop the first 3D Spider-Man game. To save time, the developers used the same engine for both games, which is why Spider-Man went on to appear as a bonus character in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Developed by a team of 23 people in just a year, Spider-Man was released for the PlayStation in 2000, with ports for the PC, Game Boy Color, Dreamcast, and N64 coming not long after. Critics loved it, pointing praise at Neversoft's ability to capture the feel of Spider-Man for the first time, after so many unsuccessful 16-bit offerings. Is Spider-Man worth revisiting today?
Technology is the light that will cut through the darkness.
The game features an entirely original plot. After an imposter Spider-Man steals scientific equipment from pretending to be a good guy Doc Ock at a science expo, public opinion turns on Spider-Man as police begin to look for him. On top of that, Doc Ock fills the city with poisonous gas, which mostly serves as a way for the developers not to have to render out the entire city for the outdoor levels. We as Spider-Man have to get to the bottom of what's going on, and of course save the day. The story takes many twists and turns, featuring appearances from just about every major Spider-Man villain. It manages to capture the feel of a cartoon or comic, and you'll smile every time a new villain seems to randomly pop up and become involved in the story. You'll fight Venom, Rhino, Scorpion, and many other villains throughout this short campaign. We also see cameos from other superheroes as well. While the story can drag a bit at times, the writing more than makes up for it. A lot of the jokes do still land, and I found the story to sustain its quality for most of the game's runtime. Many voice actors reprise their roles from both Spider-Man 90s TV series, which helps to add to the production level. We even get some level introductions from Stan Lee himself.
Welcome, true believers and newcomers alike.
While we don't see this problem as much in games anymore, Spider-Man himself just won't shut up during gameplay. Whether it be explaining the objectives out loud, or just exclaiming that he's already at full health,
I'm already at full health.
You'll have a hard time going even a minute without hearing some dialogue. For the most part, the graphical style here looks great. While we do have a lot of PS1 face, it and any other outdated graphical techniques are not bad enough to truly have a negative impact on your experience.
Bonehead. We're not going to see Jameson. We're going to use his computer database.
Ooh, are we gonna surf the web?
Let's just go.
Spider-Man is a very linear game. While you can explore a bit to find hidden collectibles and power-ups, most levels will have you going from point A to B. Each level has you traversing either bigger outdoor environments or enclosed spaces. The level variety is key here, and most environments don't overstay their welcome. Other than normal platforming sections, there are chase sequences, timed sections, and light puzzles to mix up the gameplay. The enemy variety, on the other hand, is a bit of a problem. The first parts of the game have you fighting generic henchmen, while the latter will swap those out for more unique enemies. The problem here is that most of these enemies behave the same, regardless of appearance. Controlling Spider-Man in this game is a real treat. He can punch, kick, and use his web in a number of ways to take out enemies. While button mashing will get the job done most of the time, in certain fights you'll find yourself needing to think about how to approach the situation. Web swinging feels great, and for the most part, it's very straightforward. If a building or structure is close, then you can swing to it. This will be entirely up to your personal judgment though, as if a building is too far from you, there will be no indication. You'll just fall right to your death. You can climb most walls in the game as well, and have a button to quickly zip up to the ceiling. This is needed to complete certain sections, and can help when looking for hidden collectibles. The only thing that can truly get in your way is the game's camera, which unfortunately is a product of the time it was released. There's no free control of it, which can lead to some awkward fights, or even death. If you're not already at full health,
I'm already at full health.
You can find health icons, web cartridges, and armor scattered throughout the levels. If you're careless and don't pick up enough web cartridges, you can actually run out. Like I mentioned before, There are a lot of bosses in this game, and many sit waiting for you at the end of a level. While the first few bosses are a bit of a letdown, the mid to late game fights all feature different mechanics and can get very intense.
Help me!
Mary Jane!
Please!
Hey, you made it!
In terms of licensed games, Spider-Man is a triumph. Everything pointed towards this game being another cash grab. The license was given to a team without a ton of experience in the genre, and was developed in a short time period. Instead, what we got was a short 3D action game with tight controls and a fun story. Spider-Man is a game worth playing today, and stands above many of the poorly received titles bearing the name that came after. Hey guys, if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe to Handsome Phantom for more previews, reviews, podcasts, and more videos just like this one.